Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get started here in a few minutes. Just hold on tight. Sometimes you got to get it out. Oh, how's it going? Folks, how was your evening? How was your day? I hope all is right with the world. I am feeling pretty good. How's the audio? The audio sound good? Hopefully. Hopefully the audio is good. Looking at the chat. What's up? What's up, folks? Ironwood deserves better. Oh, Lord. I'm glad you made it on time as well. Oh, my goodness. What editing software do you use? I use Camtasia and sometimes Vegas Pro, but depends on how I feel. What's up, guys? This should be a fun discussion. This will be a really fun discussion. I had an interesting journey with this chapter. It started off, the first time I watched this chapter, I thought to myself, wow, stuff is happening, stuff is moving, this is exciting. We're finally getting some good pacing in this show. Things are moving. It's good. Awesome. That was my first reaction, because I was happy that things were happening. Once I watched the chapter a few more times, that faded quickly. And I came to the realization that I did not like this chapter, unfortunately. Why? Well, we're about to get into it here in a second. You'll know why very soon. Hey, what's up, guys? This chapter was something else. It was really something else. Poor Ruby. Darth Titan. This episode could have been better, but it was pretty good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's awesome. Wait, let me go to Twitter. Let me go to Twitter real quick and just send out a tweet saying that I am streaming. Because usually I do that. Here in a second. Let's see. Let's go to Twitter. Boom. Here we go. Got it. Streaming now. All right. The deed is done. So how do you guys feel about the chapter? Did you like it? Was it good? Was it bad? Was it okay? Was it awesome? Was it disappointing? What's your score out of 10? I want to gauge the chat and see how you guys felt about this chapter overall. It's already starting to get hot in here. I put on my hoodie about 2 minutes ago, and now I'm taking it off because it's already hot. What's up? It was rushed. Weiss is the new protagonist. 7.5. It was okay. I'm tired of Robin Hill. 5 out of 10. 8. 7 out of 4. 4 out of 10. 6.5 out of 10. Finally made it to the live stream. Did you like my Christmas meme about the phones? Which one? I think I know what you're talking about. If that's the one you're talking about, yes, I did. negative 11 out of 10. Awesome. 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10. What's up, Michael Smith? What's up? 7 out of 10, 7. I didn't see it. Awesome. Great. We're already 5 minutes into this sucker. Well, we're about to... Well, spoilers are ahead. Just so you know, this is a spoiler discussion. So, if you did not watch the chapter and you don't want to be spoiled, get the hell out of here. If you don't mind being spoiled, stick around. I'm going to talk about this chapter in depth, or at least talk about what I liked and what I did not like, and what stood out to me. But we're going to get started. Hey, what's up, Brittany? 4 out of 10 feel like an 8-year-old playing with toys and making the story up along the way. Well, tell me how you really feel. 6 out of 10, negative. What is it? They turned Weiss into an almost Blake. Oh, man. All right, let's just go ahead and get into this discussion then. So you guys can see where I stand, because I have thoughts. I just maneuver over to the Streamlabs. So you have the cute dancing girl. We'll see how long that girl stays there before I get angry and take her off. All right, so this chapter starts with the citizens of Mantle in a state of panic. They're panicking. The heating grid was turned off, and they're freezing their asses off. Meanwhile, the meeting at the Schnee Manor is still in progress. Jock is getting flustered when he learns of the current situation. He starts to panic himself.
Check it again. Councilman Schnee.
Yes, I agree with everything that was just said.
And Robin calls out Ironwood for his lack of trust.
You don't trust your own council to help you? Operating in secret? These are the actions of somebody who's hiding something. You're all aware of my semblance.
All right, quick super chat. Vex, I've talked to you. Twitter, thanks for the advice. Oh, yeah, I see. Oh, no problem. Thanks for the super chat. All right, where was I? Okay, yes. So there it is, folks. I'll play it again. Okay, just in case you missed that. Wait. Oh, doesn't want to play again. Wait,
you don't trust your own council to help you? Operating in secret? These are the actions of somebody who's hiding something. You're all aware of my semblance.
There it is, folks. Confirmation that everyone knows her semblance. So it's absolute plot convenience that Mero ran away back in chapter 6 instead of just talking to Robin. And it was plot convenience that Team RWBY didn't ask her or didn't ask about her semblance prior to chapter 7. Okay? So it's confirmation that everybody knew her damn semblance, and because of plot reasons, no one bothered to ask, and no one bothered to even... Yeah, it's a problem. But yeah, like I said, chapter 6, it gets worse and worse every time. Every time you watch it, it gets worse. But this is his confirmation. I remember some people were arguing that it's possible that they didn't know her semblance, and this is confirmation. Everyone knows her semblance. Everyone in Atlas knows her semblance. It's a thing, okay? It's whatever. I'm not going to talk about chapter 6 again. Hopefully, I think I'm done talking about chapter 6. I think, but we'll see. We'll see. It depends on what else happens. So let's go on to the next part here.
Here and now.
Wait! You've got the wrong man on trial. I know who's been framing Ironwood.
So right before Ironwood has to prove that he's not hiding something, Weiss busts in like a wrecking ball. Comes right in like freaking Miley Cyrus.
Is that? Oh, so what?
Play it.
That bastard is costing me.
Okay, so you know what's funny about this? For some reason, I did not think that the hidden cameras recorded audio. I don't know why. It's almost as if I thought of them as surveillance cameras. Like, I thought they were surveillance cameras. You know how surveillance cameras in the real world, they don't have audio. And that's kind of how I thought about them. I think that's why, because for some reason I never connected in my brain that there was audio with this recording. I don't know why. I just never considered it. It's kind of weird. Going back now, I'm thinking, wow, that could have, in my last discussion, I could have talked about how the audio was going to affect, because once Weiss plays it, she would know automatically what's going on. Then she could expose her father. But for some reason, I thought there was no audio recording. I don't know why. It's just I don't know why. But yeah, the audio has Watts and Jock's conversation, so the jig is up. And next week, and this fool actually tried to run. I don't know how far he thought he was going to go. I don't know how far he thought he was going to get, but yeah. Some people didn't like how easily Jock was exposed and taken down in this chapter. I didn't mind it, basically because honestly, Jock is he's a character I don't really care for. He's far from the end game, He's far from the end game this volume. He's small potatoes, really. I'd much rather them focus on Watts and Tyrion and the larger Salem plotline. But that may just be me. Now, I will say this. Weiss is taking down her father right now. She's exposing her father. That reality should have been more present in the scene. You know what I mean? Like, it should have been more present. Like, that fact. There should have been more of a moment for them. It should have been a big moment in this father-daughter relationship. They gave us this.
Jacques Schnee, you're under arrest. Can I do that?
I mean, they gave us that. At first, I didn't like Weiss's little "Can I do that?" line, but after watching it a few more times, it's grown on me. It started to grow on me. It's fine. I just think the scene could have been a bit more stronger. This is probably the last time that Weiss is going to really be able to tell her father how she feels about him. This is probably the last time, if he's going to jail, right? So I don't know how many more interactions Weiss and Papa Schnee are going to have. They're family. At the end of the day, they're family. This moment should have had more weight. But I don't know. I'm sure some people thought it was fine. Some people hated it. I thought it's grown on me. I think it's fine now. I just should have had more weight. It should have been a stronger scene. But that's just me. How do you guys feel about this takedown of Jock? Was it satisfying? Let me know. I found it funny. Awesome. It just felt so rushed. That sucks. I still feel like it's rushed. I can see that. That was weak. I guess you could say that Weiss is as cold as ice. I will leave. Yeah, you do that. I'm just kidding. Brittany, you stay here. Because straight white male, right? What do you mean by that? Nope, not as epic as Adams. The scene with Weiss and Jock could have been great as the one with Zuko confronting his father. Weiss can hate Jock, but it's still her dad. Yeah, I agree. They should have had some more emotion in it, like shouldn't have to like cry or anything like that, but it should have had like more weight to the moment. Like it should have been more intimate at that moment when she took him down, you know. But it kind of just made it kind of like a joke, like almost like she was taking down anybody. It could have been anyone there, but it was her father. It's her biological father, you know. It should mean something. Like even if she knows she has to do that, it still should mean something. It should have been more than what we got. No audio when Willow showed Weiss. Well, yeah, when Willow showed Weiss, she didn't press play. So, Thicker Roman, it wasn't. She didn't press play. So, yeah, I just didn't think about it. I don't know why. I just assumed there was no audio, but that's on me. I don't like how Jock reacted. If he kept it cool and smug throughout, yeah, I understand that. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, he kind of went out like a biatch. Yeah, he kind of went like he could have went out stronger. It could have been a better scene that way. I agree with you. I know exactly what you mean. He kind of went out looking pretty weak and pathetic. Unemotional, just like Ruby's feelings about Penny being alive again. Yeah, it was kind of Weiss was kind of like matter of fact about it. She just kind of wanted to do it and get it over with. She's just ready to be done with her father. It just could have been, you know, executed in a way that was more satisfying and had more gripping and more, you know, had more weight, because that is her father, you know. It's a cartoon. Would that video hold in court as evidence, really? Well, in the world of RWBY, who knows? Who knows in the world of RWBY? Anything goes. All right, let's move on. So they begin to reprimand Jock, and Robin throws a chair.
I only intended to win the election. I had nothing to do with...
Only?
Now let me tell you why this moment fell flat. The scream is fine. The throwing of the chair works. It's the awkward silence afterwards that really hurts this scene. This is what really hurts this moment. Here you go.
Only?
What else will he be able to do?
Oh my god. Had Robin continued yelling at Jock after throwing the chair, I think it could have really worked. But she doesn't, and the silence just goes on for too long. Everybody's like, what the hell? We can play it again. Oh my god.
What else will he
Look
be
at
able to
Ironwood.
do?
He's like, what the hell is wrong with this bitch? It's off-putting. Like she should have just started ranting or like continuing her speech after that. Like, only blah 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 blah. You know, it would have worked really well. But the long pause, and they're just staring at her like she lost her mind. Like, what is this thing?
Only?
Like, what's wrong with this girl? Look.
What else will he be
Like
able
what?
to do?
I don't like. Am I off? It doesn't work. Is it just me or? Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, and then start talking. It's just too long. Oh my goodness, man. It could have worked. It could have really worked. The scream was fine. The throwing of the chair worked. That was all that was fine. It was just the long gap between the lady talking and her yelling, and them looking at her like she lost her mind. It just throws it all off. Let me play it one more time. Let me play it one more time.
What else will he be able to do?
It's too long. That's just me. That's funny. I laugh every time I play that. Someone needs a timeout. Only crickets. Exactly. Super cringe. True. Oh man, no, it's I see it silly. Everything Robin does is major cringe. Oh man. Only that's gonna become a meme. That's funny. Jock is impeached. Oh god. Stop, I can't take it anymore. Okay, I won't play anymore. Only in the long awkwardness. Oh man. Only. Oh my god, now I can't stop laughing. I keep seeing the only in the chat. Alright, no, alright. I'm not gonna play it again. I'm not gonna play it again. I'm not. Alright, so let's move on from the only and see what's left here.
I didn't know he was planning this.
You are going to shut your mouth and get the heating grid up and running again.
Yes, queen. Yes, queen. I like this a lot. You know, I like this. You know, she's been wanting to tell her father to shut up for years. It's great. It fits her character. It works. It doesn't seem out of place or awkward. So, you know, I liked it. You know, that was a good job. I like Winter's little input there. Okay, so now let's move on. Here's the situation here. Yes, yeah, no, look in the chat now. Yes, queen. Yeah, it's funny. Let's look at the chat now. Let's look at the next part here. Okay, so here's the situation. Here is the situation. They know Mantle is freezing their asses off, right? They know that Watts has access to the Atlas secure network, and they know that they have to track him down before he figures out how to stop the Amity Coliseum project, because they're not far away from discovering that plan, you would think. And then this happens.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Yep. Still here, everyone.
It's gonna seem like I'm picking on Robin, but okay. Full disclosure. Let's put everything out on the table, okay? Let's put it all out on the table. So I'm no writer, okay? I am no writer, but I am a viewer. I am the audience. I can speak to why this line does not work for me. I can speak to why it didn't work for me. That's all I can do. I'm gonna play it one more time.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Yep. Still here, everyone.
Robin. They know you're still there. They know you're still there. You know why? You just threw a damn chair a minute and a half ago. Remember? They were staring at you like you were crazy. Writers, you can't have both, okay? You have to pick one. If you want this comedic bit, right? You want the little funny moment here. If you want it to land with the audience, Don't have her scream and throw the chair.
I only intended to win the election. I had nothing to do with...
Only?
Don't have her do that. It's really that simple. If the time since we last heard her was longer, then this scene would have worked and been funny. It would have worked.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Yep. Still here, everyone.
The problem is she literally screamed and threw a chair a minute and a half ago in real time. Am I off? That's the issue with me, at least. That's why it didn't land. If you want a joke like this to land with the audience, then you have to set it up properly. She just screamed like a banshee and threw a chair. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Let me look at the chat. Only if only they didn't have her scream and throw the chair. That comedic bit would have worked. It could have worked and been funny, but it's not going to work, for me at least, because it was not set up. Agreed. She acted like she left the room. I know, right? She was in there. Oh my God. I think they were making fun of how everyone stands in a room while two people talk. Is that what they were doing? That missed me. If that is what they were doing, I missed it. It did not land. Only? Vex, make a shirt that says only. Then I have to Rooster Teeth to be on my ass. The comedy is in the wrong place. Everyone is dying in Mantle. Yeah, I don't mind levity when there's like chaos and death, but it has to be placed well and it has to be set up well. And after she yelled only and threw the chair, you can't have her say, "Yep, still hear anyone," a minute and a half later because it's not going to land. If the time was longer, it would have worked and been funny. Because you would be like, "Oh shit, I did forget about her. She is still here," you know? But maybe that's just me. I don't know. Okay, let's move on from the only and the yep, still here everyone. Let's move on from it. What's up? What's next? What is next? Here we go.
Why are you working so hard to hide the Amity Communications Tower from them?
You know?
Yeah, she knows. Because Blake and Yang trust Robin for some reason. For some reason, they trust Robin. Why? I don't know. I wonder if they'll have to answer for that. Are there any consequences to this? We'll touch on that later. Trust me, we'll get to that. So next, we see that the chaos has erupted in the streets of Mantle. The Atlesian Knights are pretty worthless, but we already knew that, right? Pietro doesn't look too cold. Dude, put on a jacket. At least pretend that you're cold. Man's out there with his freaking sleeves rolled up. It's supposed to be freezing. It's supposed to be freezing out there. So clearly the people of Mantle has had enough. They're fed up with this nonsense. You would think that all that negative emotions would lead to a Grimm attack, and it does. Now this is a cool shot. The Goliath charging through the snow on a one horse open sleigh. It's a cool shot. I like it. This looks epic. It's cool. It's probably the best shot in the entire chapter. I like it a lot. And you have sabers. I think that's how they're called. I think that's the name of the Grimm. You have sabers coming through the hole and wreaking havoc It's nice. Like, all of the Grimm shots here are really cool, in my opinion. Now, the Grimm don't look too cold here. Add that to the long list of things that contradict the world of remnants. And you know, did you forget? The Grimm are supposed to they're supposed to have trouble functioning in the tundra of Atlas. We've had no evidence that the harsh weather conditions keep the Grimm at bay, like the World of Remnants said. But at this point, World of Remnants are not canon, so this should be expected. I was not surprised one bit. It comes with the territory. They're not canon. Do me a favor. Put a Y if you forgot about that little tidbit in the World of Remnant, and put a no if you remembered it. If you forgot about that, the whole Grimm in the cold crap, put a Y. If you knew about it, put an N. I'm just curious. I'm curious to see if people retain that information they hear in the World of Remnants, because I do for whatever reason. Silly Vex, canon is for kids. Why? Yeah, okay. So were you guys looking? Okay, an infinite amount of Ys. Yeah, I was looking forward to seeing how the whole Grimm thing would work in Atlas, because I know that the World of Remnant said that Grimm don't function in the cold, in the frozen tundra of Atlas. But at the same time, I know that World of Remnants are not canon. So I was wondering where that was going to fall. If they were going to stick to that, or they were going to ignore it. And they sure ignored it, right? They ignored that thing like nobody's business. Only? Yeah, they ignored it. Yeah, so most people thought that. Okay, most people saw that. Okay, that's what I thought. I agree. Well, not that I agree, but I also retain that information. But yeah, they didn't stick to it, which is not a surprise. Retcon, yeah, that's what it is. At this point, I think we should all just accept that World of Remnants are just a waste of time and budget. Unfortunately, I wish all that the budget and the money, same thing. I wish the money that went toward those World of Remnants went toward the animators. Like, imagine if all that wasted money they spent on the World of Remnants, imagine if that went to paying the animators. That would have been a better situation for the company all around. But let's not focus on these World of Remnants, because they're a waste of time. All right, so let's jump back to Ironwood.
And you're afraid of what might happen if you tell the truth.
I wanted Ozpin's advice.
And his advice probably would have been to keep your secrets. The secrets you're keeping, they're about to be in the open anyway. Tell the truth.
Okay, so we jump back to Ironwood, and we have this weird, frustrating scene where our heroes tell Ironwood it's time for him to tell the truth, while half of the room is hiding the fact, or hiding shit from him because they don't trust him, apparently. It's so frustrating. It's so freaking frustrating that they're yelling at him about... They're not yelling at him, but they're trying to tell him to tell the truth, while at the same time, they are hiding secrets from him. And it's irritating as hell. It really is.
Thank you. Let's figure out how we can help Mantle. Together.
The fact that Ironwood needed Oscar to tell him this feels a bit contrived. He should have figured that fact out on his own. He shouldn't have needed Oscar to tell him that. It feels contrived. You know what else? You know what else feels contrived? This scene.
You first.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Actually.
I just
I
wanted
had the
to
thought
say
that maybe we should tell Ironwood.
Ruby decides it's time to tell Ironwood the truth without talking to her teammates because she sucks. Yang was the one who wanted to tell Ironwood the truth from the very beginning, and it didn't even bother to bring that full circle, which was kind of weird because Yang was the one pushing for that from the beginning, and they didn't even bring it back around here. They just had Ruby take it upon herself to decide that it's time to tell Ironwood, which is kind of interesting. I don't know why they would do that. It's kind of weird, but whatever. Some team leader she is. She did not even consult her teammates.
He's finally choosing the truth over fear. We should do the same.
Okay, so this is where I might need to transition over to the angry gif. We'll see how long I last being angry. Let's go back. Let's go back here. Okay. Help me understand, because I'm a bit confused. He's finally choosing the truth over fear. Is what Oscar just said. This is the same man who told you dopes his plan. Right? You know, the plan to tell the whole world about Salem after the Amity project was complete? What? Choosing the truth over fear? Newsflash! The more people you tell about Amity, the more likely that knowledge could get leaked to the bad guys. That's why he was trying to keep it under wraps. That's why Yang and Blake were wrong to tell Robin. That was a huge gamble by them. Ironwood is all about telling the truth. That was his plan. He was honest with Ruby in team with Ruby and Crow. He wanted to tell the whole world about Salem after Amity was complete. They're writing this chapter as if Ironwood has been this big secret keeper when he's been the most honest the entire volume. Finally choosing the truth over fear. What? Man, this is annoying. Like, this shouldn't be bothering me as much as it is, but it is. Like, what are they talking about? This guy has been the most honest the entire damn volume. It's let me go back to the freaking dancing cute girl. I'm trying to stay calm because I think with this freaking gif on here of this angry devil, it makes me want to rant, and I don't want to rant. Let's go back to let's go back to dancing. I just don't understand what's going on here. But maybe that's just me. Am I off? You tell me. I'm gonna look at the chat here for a second. Am I making? Thank you, Vexed. Good lord. Ironwood is a real hero. Ironwood is the best character. Changed my mind. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, what's happening here? They're trying to convince me that Ironwood has been this big secret keeper, and he's been having an issue with telling the truth when he's been the one preaching telling the truth from the very beginning of the chapter. That's his whole plan. That's his whole goal. So what are they talking about? They're the ones holding the secrets. Ah, yikes. Jesus, let me look at the chat real quick. We understand Vexed. No, you're right. You're right. You're valid. It can only get worse. You guys are funny. Yeah, I didn't like that. It's weird. And let's we not forget about what happened next here. Let's look at it.
Good luck down
in
there.
Kids.
Are they setting up the relationship between Oscar and RWBY? I don't know. Je ne sais pas. What I do know is that they know that the shippers are going to have a field day with this. They know that. That's why they're doing that. They have to know that. Regardless of their intention, they know that the shippers are going to have a field day with that. Take that for what it's worth, okay? I'm not implying anything. I'm not saying they're pandering to the shippers here. I'm just saying that they know what this scene is going to do. They know. So, after this little conversation between RWBY and Oscar, Ironwood tells the council about Salem. I'm assuming now that Jock is going to jail, Robin is now on the council. And next we get, so that's my assumption. That's why I'm assuming that's why he's telling her all this information now. But whatever. And next we get the aftermath of Oscar telling Ironwood the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
She can't be killed.
She showed us when we asked what Oz was hiding.
Okay, so it's not obvious that he told Ironwood everything, but according to one of the writers, I should say, he did. So everything that Jin showed Team RWBY and the rest of them back in Volume 6, Ironwood now knows. He knows it all. According to the writers. Because it wasn't obvious in the scene, unfortunately. Guys, I'll say this. If a writer has to explain what characters know after a scene, something went wrong, okay? Let me play it again.
She can't be killed.
She showed us when we asked what Oz was hiding.
If you have to then explain, oh no, he knows everything, then you failed. There's ways to write it so that you're not repeating like everything Jin said, but still have Ironwood deliver it or talk to Oscar in a way that makes it clear that he knows stuff. He could be like, for example, he could be like, well, at least we have one question left. Boom. You instantly know that he told him about that, right? So you understand that he's told him everything. Like you write it so that Ironwood speaks in a way that he has knowledge of the situation. Instead of just saying, oh, she can't be killed, and having to then explain to people, oh, he told him everything, guys. He knows it all. He knows that Salem and Ospen were boning. Like, you know, he knows that now. But we don't know that from this conversation. For all we know, as the viewer, for all we know, Oscar just told him that she can't be killed. For all we know, you know? So that's just my take on that. And I will say this. It's kind of annoying that no one seems to care about any of the information that Jin told them besides Salem can't be killed, which is not even what Jin freaking said. But let's put that for a second. Let's put that to the side for a second. There's something else I want to address here. And now I might have to transition to the angry guy again. We'll see. We'll see how long this lasts. There's something I have to address. I told you guys in a previous discussion that all of this lying to Ironwood had better blow up in our heroes' faces. It had better blow up, especially in RWBY's face. Something needs to come of it. Because if it didn't, it would kind of be pointless. Well, I'm here to say that there are no ramifications here. There is no consequence that requires reflection. Nothing came of the lying and mistrust. Nothing came of it. And that goes for Blake and Yang, telling Robin the truth behind his back. It's an empty arc. The only takeaway here is that they could have told Ironwood from the very beginning, which was obvious to people like me. So what was the point? What was the lesson learned? Ironwood he's not even upset. He trusted them. He's not even upset. They spent all of this time building up to this moment, and they're just like, whoops, like, whoop. Might as well just tell him now. I guess it's time. I guess he proved himself. I guess we can tell him now. Oh my! And Ironwood's reaction is lame and underwhelming. At least Crow got angry. He punched the hell out of freaking Oscar. Punched him right in the face. I mean, they spent 9 chapters hiding the truth. And then in the end, they just told him everything and it's all fine. It's like, oh, okay, I guess we can tell him. Isn't that compelling, guys? Isn't that a compelling story? What are your thoughts? Was this fulfilling? Was it everything you hoped it would be? I'm looking at the chat now. It sucks. It was just boring. Ironwood needs a hug. There's no lesson. Volume 7, empty. Volume 7 equals Volume 5 plus sparkles. Jeez, that's the ultimate disrespect to Volume 5. To Volume 7. Vex, I knew you would be mad. Yeah, well, yeah, because they freaking... Like, what was the point of all of this? The theme of this volume is you can't trust people. Who can you trust? So I'm thinking they're going to make that a part of the freaking plot in an interesting way. But we have 9 chapters of this bullshit, and they're just like, oh, okay, time to tell Ironwood. Ironwood's like, okay, thanks for telling me, and that's the end of it. Like, what is going on here? What was the point of all this? What was the point of all of this deceit? I thought there'd be some kind of negative consequence. I thought it would be interesting in some way, like the whole lying and telling versus telling the truth thing. But just like Ruby's just like, okay, it's time to tell him. Okay, I'll tell him. Oscar's like, okay, here it is. We lied. Sorry. What is going on? Hallelujah. Thank you for saying it. It should have blown up in their face. Yeah, it's underwhelming. Like, what was the point of all of this? They've been worried about telling Ironwood the truth since chapter 1. They've been worried about keeping secrets and who can you trust and all this bullshit for 9 freaking chapters. And now they're like, oh, okay, time to tell him. Ironwood's like, okay, thanks for telling me. What? What is this? What is arcs? What is, like, the purpose of these themes and these freaking decision making? What's the point of this? What's the lesson learned? So what Ruby learned is I can lie because ultimately my moral compass is higher than everyone else's, and you know, when it's time to tell the truth, I'll tell it and everything will be fine. There's no drawback, there's no blowback, there's no consequence, there's no ramifications here. Yang and Blake are like, well, Ironwood doesn't want us to tell Robin, we'll tell her anyway. There's no problem here. There's no negative consequences. There's no ramifications here. Everything will work out fine in the end because we're the protagonist and we're Team Ruby. So whatever we do will work out. It's just, I don't know, like, what's the point of no consequences for lying and being criminals? Yep. You got it, Mike. What is the story? I don't know, Brittany. You tell me. Welcome, Floof. Floof, what's up? To waste everyone's time because the show doesn't know how to deliver satisfactory payoffs. Yeah, there's no payoff to all this lying. Hey, maybe I'll bite my tongue. Like, Saturday, maybe they'll tie it in with some other betrayal somewhere. But what's the point of all this? Zach with the super chat. We really were out here expecting Ruby's main character's choices and views actually be seen as wrong at any level at all. Man, we're all idiots. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess we are all idiots, Zach. But I thought that I don't know. I thought that there were going to be some kind of negative consequence to this, but maybe I was just foolish. Maybe I'm just naive. I don't know, Zach. I really don't know. And thanks for the super chat. I really don't know. Don't get your hopes up, Vexed. Well, I don't know. What was the point of it? Like, what's the point? Like, I wish I could get inside their heads. I wish I could get inside Eddie, and Miles and the rest of them. I wish I could get into their heads and figure out what were they going for with this whole lying to Ironwood thing. Because in my mind, they should have told him the truth from the very beginning. So as the viewer, I'm thinking, okay, the writers will have to convince me later as to why they didn't tell him. And now, come chapter 9, I'm like, yeah, they should have told him. Well, all of that was pointless. Great. Awesome. Thick Roman. Volume 7 is the story of everyone betraying James. But for what? For what purpose? Just is James gonna like blow a gasket and start killing mofos later on? He's gonna go on a killing spree? I wouldn't blame him one bit. Ironwood deserves better. I agree. Ironwood needs a hug. You damn right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I just don't know, guys. Okay, I guess we'll have to just accept this and RWBY, follow my lead. Also RWBY. Yeah, it's just yeah, you're right, Thick Roman. She does what you want to do. And thanks for the super chat again. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just move on, I guess. I'll go back to the dancing. Wait, am I going to yell again here? Let me see. Look at my notes. Let's go back to the dancing anime girl. Let's stop being so angry for right now. We'll see if I have to pull it back up. All right, so let's move on.
Oscar, no more surprises, all right? I'm not sure I could take it.
Whatever, Ironwood. Whatever. I don't even feel like talking about that either. I'm just I'm gonna skip over that little clip and just go on to the next one. I don't even feel like talking about Ironwood anymore. At least not right now. What's next here?
You're bringing the hope that Atlas was meant to inspire. The city in the sky is held to a higher standard.
You say that like you were there.
Okay, I'm a bit confused. What about that statement sounds like he was there? I'm gonna play that again.
You're bringing the hope that Atlas was meant to inspire. The city in the sky is held to a higher standard.
You say that like you were there.
What about that statement sounds like he was somewhere? Where is there? Like what are they talking about? Like am I missing something here? That doesn't sound like something that would require a person to be like she's implying that Osmond taking over, sure, but nothing about that statement sounds like you had to be there to say it. He's talking about how Atlas is a higher standard because it's a city in the sky. Okay, what about that? Sounds like he was there. I'm a little confused about the writing here, but maybe again, it could just be me. I get that Osmond is merging with Oscar's brain, but I'm confused by why Ironwood said it sounds like you were there, because the statement doesn't give me the sense of that. So I don't know. I won't focus on that too much. Let's just move on. Let's just push past it. Enough of this. Let's head to the airship that our heroes are on. Grimm are attacking, folks. I actually like the look of this Grimm. It's a cool looking Grimm. Does anybody know the name of this Grimm? I didn't figure that out. I didn't bother to figure that out for the chat, unfortunately, or for the stream, unfortunately. But does anybody know the name of this Grimm? I like the way it looks. It's a cool looking dragon or whatever the hell it is. I like it. It's cool. Does anyone know the name of this? Just wondering. No pressure if you don't. You don't have to go search it if you don't know. I just wondering if someone knew it quickly. But yeah, it's a cool looking Grimm. I will say that. Weiss is using her semblance here, but I can't tell why. I'm assuming she's using it. I'm assuming she's using her glyphs to keep everyone grounded as they toss and turn, but I can't see the glyphs, so I'm just in an assumption that she's using it to keep everyone grounded, but I can't see the glyphs. But she's doing something here. I just thought it was interesting that I'm not seeing any glyphs here, so maybe I'm missing something. But I think they're using it to. She's using it to ground everyone to the bottom of the ship here, on the floor, so they're not like flying everywhere. I think that's what's going on here. Vex is drained. Sorry, bud. I feel bad for you. Sound dead. No, I'm all right. I'm feeling good. Jock Arrested was like an episode of Scooby-Doo. His arrest was an episode of Scooby-Doo. That's funny. A what Grimm? What is that? A Predator Grimm? Jesus, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. 'Cause I'm gonna butcher it. I'm terrible at pronouncing shit. But yeah, it's a cool looking Grimm. I'll say that. It was planned from the start. So they say. So they say. But it's a cool looking Grimm. I like it very much. They must have forgot to put the glyphs in, yeah. Or they just ran out of time. I don't know. I don't see any glyphs. So it wasn't just me, because I didn't see any glyphs. I thought it might have just been me, but I don't see any glyphs in there. But I'm thinking to use it to she's using it to ground it, ground everyone to the bottom of the ship, so everyone doesn't fly around. Only. Only it's not gonna get old anytime soon. It really isn't. Only. All right, let's move on to the next part. Let's move on.
Harriet, don't stay too long.
Yeah, thanks for the tip.
Show off.
Try to keep up, kid.
If I have to watch them playfully jump out of an aircraft one more time, I'm going to lose my shit. People are dying. Hurry up. Get your ass out of the damn plane and go save someone. Go do something. None of them have done shit since chapter 3. I'm not going to count the montage. I'm not counting the montage. They've done nothing since chapter 3. Get your ass out of the damn ship. Stop joking around. Stop playing around. Go save somebody and go do something. Seriously, I'm tired of this whole. This is the last time. I'm not going to see another. I don't want to see another freaking playfully jump out of the airship kind of bullshit. Now we get it. They know how to jump out of ships. They have landing strategies. They have landing strategies. I get it. I don't need to see this shit anymore. All right. Let's just keep it moving, okay? Go do something. It's not a laughing matter. Go accomplish something. Go save someone, for crying out loud. They've done nothing since chapter 3. They've done nothing. I'm not counting the damn montage. They've done nothing since chapter 3. I hate that woman's I hate that woman's voice. Whose voice? What's the chick's name? Hair? Or you're talking about what's her face? Oh my god, what's her name? Elm. They're just like smiling and having a good time. I'm sick of it. Go. The situation is serious now. It's life and death situation. Go do something. For crying out loud. If I have to see freaking Clover wink and jump out of the damn ship one more time, we get it. We get it. You like jumping out of ships. You like backflipping off the damn cliffs. We get it, okay? I'm sick of this. Goodness gracious. No, they're not copying Marvel. No way. That's not what this is. That's not what this is. Marvel's more serious than this. I mean, they're just like, I don't mind the levity, but at this point, we already saw chapter 3 when they're jumping out the ship all willy-nilly, having a good time. Now is not the time. People are dying. Mantle is in chaos. Stop joking around and smiling and having a good old time. Go accomplish something. Jesus. Anyway, let's move on. Damn, I'm sick of this. All right, so what's next here? Here we go. So this is the last time we'll see Whitley and Willow, I think, in Volume 7. I believe. I could be wrong, but I think so. There's no point of going back to the Schnee Manor, okay? Perhaps they'll be relevant in Volume 8, but I think we're done with them for now. No more Whitley, no more Willow in Volume 7, I think. Because what's the point? There's no point of going back here. Papa Schnee's gone. Our heroes have left. It's over for them for this volume, I think. But I could be wrong. But so this is the last we'll see of Whitley. I don't know what's going on with Whitley. He probably, his father's being taken to jail, right? In his mind, everyone is leaving. His sister's left. Now his dad is being carried away. Now he's left with his freaking alcoholic mom, and he doesn't know what direction to take. He can't follow in his sister's footsteps, right? He can't follow in Weiss's and Winter's footsteps, and he can't follow in his father's footsteps. So now he's just kind of, he's torn up inside. He doesn't know what to do. But that could just be me trying to figure this out. Who knows? Maybe he had to use the bathroom. He ran off. He had to use the bathroom. He had to take a shit. Like, shit, I gotta use the bathroom. Who knows? What are your thoughts on Whitley? Was he going to go take a shit? Or was he, like, upset about his father being taken? I don't know. I'm guessing, in my mind, his father's gone. His sisters are gone. He doesn't know where to go. He doesn't know who to follow. Or what path to take now, But that just could be me. Damn, Whitley has it rough. He does. He really does. Oh, boo-hoo. Well, that's nice. Only? What about the Schnee Dust Company now? I don't know what they're gonna do with the Schnee Dust Company. I would think Whitley will take over. I think. I'm sure there's a board of people. Papa Schnee, Jock can work from the jail, I guess. I don't know. Weiss's glyphs are clearly visible. Okay, awesome. I'll go back and look. Thanks for telling me that, Paula. I didn't see it. Whitley is a victim of Miles, Carey, and his family. What? And his family. I see what you're saying. I got you. I got it. I see what you mean. First stream to check. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you're here, Ben. The Schnee Weed Company. I feel sad for Whitley. Yeah, I can see that. The only likable characters left are from Atlas. Here. Watts is recruiting Whitley. Oh boy. Jock could be bailed out. He could be. Fondest reparations. Oh god. Oh my goodness. CEO takes over. Not Willow, because she's the major drunken that needs help. She does need help. I don't know if we're gonna get much of Willow anytime soon. There's no point of her in the story right now. She's not relevant. She's only relevant because they went to the damn house. Now she's gonna stay. Her drunken ass is gonna stay in the house. So there's no point of seeing her anymore unless Whitley comes into play somehow. But we'll see. Whitley is going to go up to his room to snort snow. Jesus. That's funny. Whitley is going to join Team Salem. Salem doesn't want no snotty-nosed kid on her team. I think she doesn't. She's going to snort that good dust. Jeez. Louise. Willow is the worst character in RWBY? No, that's... that is a good segue. Thank you, Thick Roman. That is an awesome segue. Let's just go on. Let's just do it, guys. Let's just do it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's do it. Neo and Cinder. They're here, guys. They made it. They made it to Atlas. Yippee. Woo-hoo. How did they get past the Atlas fleets, you ask? I have no idea. They're using a Mistral airship, so even if they had it disguised, even if Neo used her superpowers, her semblance, even if she made it look like Atlas ship, it wouldn't come up on the radar or in the system at least. So they would still shoot it down because it's not an actual freaking Atlas ship. You would think they would shoot it down, but these guys made it through because the Atlas military is absolutely worthless. No wonder Salem's gonna come and wreck shop here because anybody could just get into Atlas without any issues. So I don't know what the fleet is doing. They're worthless apparently because Cinder and Neo got in no problem. You guys know how I feel about these two, right? You guys know at this point. If you've been following my channel at all over the last year, you know how I feel about Neo and Cinder. Cinder is the worst character in the show, by none, by far. No holds barred. She's at a class of her own. Adam was close. Matter of fact, Adam, you could argue that Adam passed her, but now Adam is dead. So Cinder is again the worst character in the show. And Neo is a big, fat nothing burger. She's nothing. She's not a character yet. So we have the bad character and the nothing character. Am I excited to see the two hookers? No. Let's refresh our memories here. Let's take a stroll down memory lane and remind ourselves why Cinder is here. Cinder and Neo. Cinder is here to redeem herself by obtaining the Relic of Knowledge. And Neo is here to kill RWBY apparently. Remember? The plan is to find RWBY and have Neo kill RWBY because Cinder is not allowed to kill RWBY because Salem doesn't want RWBY dead. So apparently she's hoping that Salem doesn't find out that she told Neo to kill RWBY. Sound like a dumb plan to me. Oh, I won't kill RWBY. I'll just have my buddy here kill her. She won't get mad at me. What is going on here, Cinder? Cinder's not the smartest person in the show, obviously. But yeah, that's the plan here. Get the Relic of Knowledge and have Neo kill RWBY. That's the plan. At least that's what the plan was back in Volume 6. Who knows what it is now, because sometimes things don't carry over. Sometimes only the current volume is canon, you know? Most people believe that Neo will backstab Cinder because nothing else would make sense. Neo blames Cinder for what happened to Roman. You know? So we'll see how that plays out, I guess. Neo disguised herself as a servant in the Atlas in the Shinee Manor. And I assume she's been listening in on all the conversations. But we're not sure what she knows. What we do know is that she found what they were looking for, according to Cinder, because that's what Cinder said. So did you find what we're looking for? And Neo's like, yeah, I sure did, buddy. I did. My guess is she's talking about the Relic of Knowledge. Where is it? Is the Relic of Knowledge? With Oscar. Where is Oscar? By himself at the academy. Do you see where this is going? Do you see where this is going? They're going to jack Oscar for the relic. Nothing else would make sense. That's what they're after. They're after the relic. Oscar has the damn relic. So they're going to go after Oscar at the damn academy. Because she knows that that's where he's going. Because Ironwood said, Oscar, it's time for you to go back to the damn academy. So they're going to go after Oscar, I would think. But I'm just trying to make sense of this. I'm trying to make sense of what they're going to do with these two characters, you know? Ironwood is going to regret. He's going to regret giving them the relic again. He should have took it and locked it up, but he wanted to show that this is another thing about this whole Oscar thing. This whole Ironwood trust thing. He trusted them by giving them back the relic, and now it might backfire. He should have took the relic and had it under lock and key. You should lock that sucker up. That's what he should have did. But he wanted to show Team RWBY that he trusted them, so he gave them back the relic, and now it's going to backfire on him, probably. Which is fine. I hope that Cinder and Neo get the damn relic. I want the bad guys to win. I want the heroes to actually have to deal with something here. You know? Because right now, they're getting off scot-free by lying to freaking Ironwood. So hopefully Oscar gets jumped and they get the damn relic. I don't know. We'll see. Man, I really hope they do something interesting with Cinder now. I really do. I really do. Because if they don't... Oh my goodness, man. This freaking character, we know nothing about this wench. We know nothing about her. She was introduced in the Volume 1 ending credit. And we are in Volume 7. And we still know nothing about Cinder. Besides, she wants power. And she wants different variations of power. She wants to be strong, too. You know, that's all we know. I swear. They got to do something interesting. They got to do something interesting. Because I swear, if I have to sit through another ambiguous death scene from this wench, I will cry. You know, I'll die. I swear, I'll die. You hear me? I'll die. Okay, what are your thoughts on Cinder, guys? What are your thoughts on Cinder and Neo in this chapter overall? What are your thoughts on Cinder and Neo, really? Don't worry, Penny will save the day. Salutations. Lord have mercy. I don't want that to happen. Oh no, strippers made it to Alice, vexed. Whatever would the characters do? Seriously, what are those outfits? I don't know. I don't know what those outfits are. It's freaking cold as hell and they're out here dressed like hookers. I don't know what to tell you. I do not know what to tell you. Are they staying in the hotel together? I don't know. Are they sleeping in the same room? Who knows what they're doing? I don't know what's going on with them. I don't know what they're wearing. I don't know where they're staying. I don't know how they got there. They're just there. Kind of like how the whole Adam thing in Volume 6, how Adam just popped up around chapter 10. Now Neo and Cinder just popped up out of nowhere, just like Adam did last volume. Should I care? I don't know. I hope she backstabs Cinder. I do too. Might as well. I hope in the sense that it's the only thing that makes sense. Is why I hope that happens. Because if it doesn't, then I would have to consider Neo to be a dumbass. And I don't want Neo to be a dumbass. So let's hope she actually backstabs Cinder, because Neo was sure. She was sure. She had 6 to 8 months to think about it. She's thought about it for 6 to 8 months, and she came to the realization that Cinder was the reason that Roman died. So why would that change after a quick talk with Cinder, you know? This show lacks common sense. Oh my god, no. Only? Cinder is trash. Neo is a cool design. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Pornhub finna be booming. I see what you did there. Cringy Rose Garden moment. Yeah, some people didn't like that. Cinder is garbage. I agree. Cinder is the best written character in fiction. Get out of here. Cinder needs to die and Neo is overrated. See, the problem with killing Cinder now is they had these two fake outs. So killing Cinder now would just be, I don't know if it even work. If she's gone, fine, she's an awful character, but at this point they might well just do something interesting. Change it up. Have Cinder betray Salem. Have her like break away from Salem. Like do something interesting. The character she should be the best villain. Cinder should be the best villain. She should be, but she's nowhere close. It's a damn shame. It really is. I feel sorry for Jessica Niegrig because it's just I don't know what they're doing. I think they're super boring. Yeah, I'm not excited about Neo or Cinder. I'm not excited about anything involving them. Watts is the most exciting villain they have here. I'm much more excited in the Watts and Tyrion than I am Neo and Cinder. But I think Neo and Cinder are going to be a big part of the next chapter of this volume. The next phase of this volume is going to be all about Cinder and Neo. And I don't know. I'm hoping for the best, but I'm not getting my hopes up. I think it's going to be more of the same with these two. Unfortunately, I really don't know what to say. You know, I want to like Cinder and Neo, but I just can't because of the show. Yeah, Cinder's not going anywhere anytime soon. She has the maiden powers. She has the Grimm arm. She's not dying anytime soon. Okay, I've accepted that. She's not dying. Cinder's going to be in the show for the long haul, I think. For as long as Team RWBY is around, Cinder's going to be alive. So just do something compelling. Change it up. Subvert my expectations. Be like Rian Johnson. Do something like this. Change it up. Make her interesting somehow. Because the smug bitch is annoying at this point. Remember how they ruined Hazel? Yeah, Hazel is not compelling now either. He's a joke now. I hate Hazel's motivation. It's prototypical. It's generic, unfortunately. My prediction is that Cinder will betray Neo. Well, if Neo is dumb enough to get fooled by Cinder, then she deserves to be betrayed. Cinder can't be that dumb. I mean, Neo cannot be that dumb. She can't be that dumb. You would hope. Well, I thought this stream would go on for. I thought this stream would be long, but I actually ran through this pretty fast. Interesting. They say they want to kill RWBY, but they did. Yeah, I mean, RWBY was right there. I get not wanting to make a scene in a building full of huntsmen, but I wonder if they forgot about the whole killing RWBY thing again. Because I remember back in Volume 5, Cinder was all about killing RWBY, and then she ignored her completely. So they wouldn't dare do that again, would they? They wouldn't dare have Cinder and Neo freaking ignore RWBY, would they? Volume 4 Cinder was great. In retrospect, Volume 4 Cinder in Volume 4 had emotion. She had a range. She had, like, you felt for the character for a bit because they had to do more with facial expression. She couldn't just be smug all the time because she couldn't talk. So they had to do a lot with facial expression. So you felt for her in that volume. You felt her struggle and her pain, and it worked. I thought that they were going to then take that and carry that further in the series, but they went back to smug. That's what my whole Cinder video, the first video I put out for Cinder, my second official video I did for RWBY, that's what that was all about. Cinder's character, because the Volume 4 was the stepping point. I thought they were going to take the character in that direction, and they damn near retconned it. Like, oh, Volume 4 didn't happen. It's an interesting decision. Yeah, Volume 4 Cinder was good Cinder. I agree. Yeah, in retrospect, Volume 4 wasn't that bad. The biggest problem with Volume 4 is everything involving Blake. That's the problem. If you take Blake out of Volume 4, it's actually not a terrible volume. There's still a lot of problems, but it's not bad. I don't think after time, I've softened my stance on Volume 4. It's not that bad. But well, Volume 4 has to thank Volume 5 for that. Because Volume 5 was so bad, everything looks okay in comparison. So that's the thing. You know? It's hilarious to me that Neo is nothing character because she doesn't talk, but Cinder is at her most expressive and interesting when she can't talk. Yeah. Well, see, Cinder has a yeah. It is funny. Neo doesn't talk. Well, Neo doesn't have. She didn't have any motivation besides being Roman's tool. So that's why she wasn't a character. So it wasn't so much that she didn't talk. It's more about her being Roman's plaything. Like she's just a tool for Roman. She's just a tool for Roman. Whereas Cinder, she actually showed emotion and range, and you felt for her a little bit when she didn't talk. So it's different. It's interesting, but there's a difference there. There's a difference there for sure. Vex, you gotta rate the volumes in a video. I could do that. I could do that one day. There's a difference between the best written volume and what's most enjoyable. It's kind of funny if you think about it. Because, yeah, I have to think about that. I don't know. Calling it, Winter Maiden will be killed off screen, will die off screen. That would be so dumb. I think the Winter Maiden will make it out of this volume. I don't think she'll die this volume. I think she'll stay alive. But I could be wrong. I think they'll save the Winter Maiden plot for volume 8. I think. Nobody has the biggest of why we should care for Neo or Cinder because they're not even remotely threatening. Cinder is threatening. She just kills people that we don't care about. She killed freaking... What's her face? Vernal. Cinder kills people. Like, she killed Pyrrha. They're just not... The character herself is poorly written. There's some stakes. There's some stakes when Cinder is around. I'll give her that. Like, because she killed people. But besides that, she's not accomplishing much for the story. Super chat, Thick Roman again. I hope they make Neo like Haku from Naruto. Refresh my memory. I don't remember that character at all. And I watched Naruto. I still can't remember that character. Ice Cream Girl as the next Winter Maiden. Neo why? So we can have another Maiden brawl between Neo and Cinder loses again, and then she come back from the dead again. I don't know what would be the point of having Neo become the Winter Maiden. Like, well, like the story point. Well, like I don't know where that would take the story for Neo to become the Winter Maiden. Between you and me, the Maidens were a mistake. I think there should have just been one Maiden. 4 is overkill. It should have just been one, maybe, if at all. I think the Maidens complicate things for the story because you have these super weapons, these super fighters, and you have to figure out how to use them. And like the whole reincarnation thing and the powers transfer. It's messy for these writers. For these writers, it's messy. Maybe in the hands of another writers, it could have been fine. But I think the maidens were a problem for them because it just gets convoluted sometimes, you know. But maybe again, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. There are almost 400 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for freaking hanging out. Do me a favor while you're here, like the stream, please. Pretty please, with sugar on top. If you thought this stream was good, give me a big thumbs up. If you thought it was trash, give me a big old thumbs down. But do one or the other. But thank you guys for showing up for the stream. You guys are awesome. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Yeah, maidens were a mistake. Yeah, they were a mistake. Because it freaking makes things weird. Because now you have Cinder, who's the maiden, and then you have the freaking Winter Maiden, who are in close proximity. So does Cinder and the Winter Maiden interact in any way? Does she go after the Winter Maiden, or does she go after the freaking relic, or does she go after Ruby? Like, what does she do? Because she wants the freaking relic of knowledge, right? But she also could get the staff of creation too, because the Winter Maiden is in close proximity, and she wants to kill Ruby. So she got all these freaking situations here. Like, I don't know what's going on. All right, guys. You guys are awesome. I'm gonna wrap this stream up here. Yeah, chapter 10, man. I don't know what to expect. Chapter 10 could be make or break for this volume, I think. If chapter 10 is bad, oh boy, we're in dangerous territory. Because if chapter 10 is bad, then this might be a regression, or this might definitely be officially a step down from volume 6. Because I'm already starting to think that volume 6 is better than volume 7. If chapter 10 is bad, then it might be like almost the writing on the wall. Like volume 6 was better than volume 7, and that would mean that was a step down, which would be unfortunate, you know. Chapter 10 is huge. It has to be good. It has to be good. But thank you guys for showing up in the stream. Remember these 3 things. Let me get the freaking knee off the damn screen first before I get out of here. Remember these 3 things. I'll leave you with this.
It's a cartoon.
It already
It's a cartoon.
No, but seriously, like Bumblebee, y'all.
Shippers. You gotta love the shippers. And
Stuff in RWBY has been planned since the very beginning.
So they say. So they say. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Only